Hello guys, I just set a new world record here at Garage 61 at the new Miami circuit in the Porsche Cup car, and I thought I'd explain the lap a bit and show how to drive this track. First we will go to the onboard, of course, though. As we approach the first corner, we want to brake around 10 meters before the curb starts, and you want to brake pretty much at 80%, just like in the GT3s. And you want to make sure to get a pretty good trail braking, because it's really important to get the rotation for the next corner. Here we approach one of the most difficult corners of the whole track, because as it is right now, Iracing said they will update it though, but it will need a bit of time. So the car is basically like a pogo stick, and you need to hit this curb to be fast. I wouldn't take as much of the curb if I drive a race, but for hot lapping you need to take a lot of curb. And you just need to make sure you put the steering wheel as straight as possible and just be confident over the curb to not lose the car. Then you want to basically just hack the inside. This was faster for me. Outside can also work, but doesn't have to. Here you want to make sure to brake around 10 meters before the painting of the wall. Here you want to take a lot of curb again, and you need to make sure to go as tight as possible in the S's, because actually the track limits is not the first white line but the second, and every bit of track you take more on these corners is just time you get for free. Here it is a pretty difficult part of the track again, because you need to stay tight, so go a bit off throttle then on again to just not go out as much to the outside, and then to get a good slingshot around the corner. But that's a very hard corner, and you just need to get a feel for it over time. So here we brake right before the curb starts again, pretty hard braking, and then just making sure in the corner to not hit the curb, because it will just bounce you off like crazy. So here you can see I'm braking right when I'm side by side to like where the black part ends, and it's really important that you brake a good bit, because people tend to go way too far outside there, but you want to stay tight to get a good exit and to be flat through that left-hander. This is definitely the most difficult corner of the whole track, braking wise, you don't really have a lot of things to like look at, but I just make sure to brake when I'm as close to the wall as I go. And then, but it's not really about the braking, you just need to get a good line over the curbs. The car will bounce a lot. Sometimes you have luck and it doesn't, but that's just not really controllable at this state of the car. So here again you want to carry as much speed because of the big straight coming up, so you want to go as far right as you can and then go over the curb. Try to not bounce as much as me, but that's, as I said, not really controllable at this state. For this hairpin, we want to brake around 5 to 10 meters again before the curb. Make sure to rather brake earlier than later because you want to get a good exit onto the start-finish straight. And thank you guys for watching. That is a lap around Miami.